I'm Francoise Lamotte here in Switzerland.
Hey, this is Dominik Mugli in the San Francisco Bay Area. Our podcast, The Digital Edge, brings our perspective on digital revolution with a cutting edge angle.
So today we are discussing AI beyond ChatGPT. So over the past year, we've seen a tremendous progress in LLM, such as ChatGPT. From version 3 to version 4, we already see that we move from text generation to having images and videos with high definition, and the quality has really expanded. Now we hear that ChatGPT 5 is coming soon, and what is expected is that it will bring another level of reasoning, better understanding of the context, more personalization, multimodal capabilities, and more efficient processing and reduced bias. So with all these promises, it's very impressive, and especially I think for me, what is impressive the most is the speed of change. I mean, those versions are coming out very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So Dominik, if we look at AI beyond ChatGPT, what do you think will be the next wave, the next technology to hit us? And what does it mean from a business perspective?
Yeah, those are, I think, tough questions, future looking questions. What we see already is the agentic AI topic, right, popping up all over the place. And I think the baseline of ChatGPT with the text interface is what we're measuring against at this point. Agentic AI, I think, is an interesting and valuable add-on to the offerings because it moves on from a more or less simple research tool, right, that goes and gathers information extremely well, of course, but it doesn't take any action, right? So now with Agentic AI, we're moving into territory where we create more independent solutions that can go do work and solve problems and then also take action. And I think that's of course a very interesting piece because it can then really help automate a lot more work than we have been able to do with straight up AI chatbots.
Yeah, and actually, I was thinking that probably in customer interaction, customer service, there might be the opportunity to be available more, to answer more quickly, to retrieve information immediately. I mean, there are a lot of things that, as you said, can happen in a faster, more efficient way to that matter. But I think another aspect of that is probably also more consistency. That whoever calls or whatever the question, there is a more coherent answer and way to answer the queries. So that might be it's speed, but it might also mean quality in terms of delivering customer interactions and experience. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to that, right? I mean, if you have a brand that wants to represent itself in a certain consistent way, all of a sudden the training of the personnel, right, to get them to the same level of service goes away for some of the standard cases. I mean, looking at some examples of agentic AI beyond customer service, right? I mean, we already have autonomous cars that can take decisions, right? Life or death decisions, really, by observing the environment, staying on path on the road, and navigating through traffic and avoiding hitting obstacles and so forth, and bringing people to their destination quite safely already. And of course, that goes then on to robotics with the same concept, right? Where a robot can be tasked with something to do, and it would then be autonomously be able to do that. There's a good example that I saw about financial services where, right now AI may be used to do research only, right? But that is now turning into doing research, analyzing data, identifying investment opportunities, and then actually performing trades at the same time as well, right? Based on an objective that is set at a higher level by the user. So I think there's a lot of possibilities in this space.
And I think from a user perspective, it also means probably more delegation and more delegation of non-value added tasks where I mandate my agent to perform some inquiries for me or make some whatever errands or things, and I don't have to bother anymore or wait online or all that administrative burden can be taken away, and I let my personal agent deal with all those things for me, which might bring another level of comfort and save me time. So I think from a user experience, there might be some benefits there, as long as those things are easy to use. Because I
Yes,
think one of the
absolutely.
issues we've seen so far with ChatGPT or other AI tools is that it becomes another science. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you said it very well. Sometimes when I see people struggling with AI chatbots, right? Because you really have to kind of learn another language for interacting with the tool on the one hand, but on the other side, right, you have to almost provide a skeleton to the solution oftentimes that you can get out of the AI what it is that you want. Now, AI chatbots are super general purpose, right? They know a lot. They can give a lot of input on many topics, right? And that's why I think the evolution of AI is going more towards, like you said, that usability focus, right? We're going to have to figure out ways where the interaction between the human and the tool effectively becomes much simpler, right? So we don't need to stay there typing or think about how we should phrase the question that we get the right answer back or whatever the case may be. But maybe it becomes a more special purpose for now, but it will be much more reliable and more user friendly, I think.
Yeah, I think that one of the things that struck me, I remember 1 year ago, I was at a data conference, and while you feel that there is this tool and technology that is going, that is accessible, on the same time, you had a lot of messages that you need to learn how to prompt. And there is a certain science to interacting with ChatGPT, and it felt like you need like even a diploma to use it effectively or to get the right answers. And it felt like it's like if you want to use a software, and then it means you need to learn how to code before you can use the software. So I think in terms of user friendliness, we were stepping back rather than being more in the direction of accessibility.
Yeah, it's like yeah, you can almost say that we went back to the command line user interface where Apple then went into the graphical user interface, right, to simplify these previously complex interaction and allow it to do a lot more work. Yeah, I definitely think that has to be a focus area for increasing adoption, right, and growing the field that we, I don't know, for better or worse, get out of this very detailed instruction set, like you said, almost like a programming language, right, to get back what the right thing that you're expecting or the thing that you need.
So it feels like even more now, the technology is going really fast, but the accessibility is not there yet, reminding me of many technical innovation where we hear the engineers are developing very cool stuff, but they have in a way missed the user's expectations or the user experience. So there is a lot of things getting out of the garage or the labs very quickly, but then we are missing a bit the last mile that makes it really convenient for the users. That's my perception, at least.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think as long as we have humans that we're building systems for, right, that has to be the core focus. And sometimes, as it is with new technology, right, we've discovered technology, we've built technology, and now let's go find uses for it, right? What else can we do with it? And then it's a little bit backwards sometimes how technology gets into the field, and it takes a while until these valuable use cases can be found, and then where it really brings value after some time.
Mm-hmm. So, Dominic, what are your takeaways from this conversation about AI beyond ChatGPT?
Uh, you know, uh, I'm excited about the speed of progress that we're seeing right now. I know, like, I'm probably the first one to complain about the hype curve that we're on, right? I think there was a year and a half, 2 years ago, when we had that leap to LLMs, there was way too much promised, I think. And there was some kind of expectation that uh, AI will take over everything that humans currently do. Now 2 years into that, or however long it's been, and we're still seeing that change step that we're working on, right, for broader adoption, creating value. So to me though, I'm excited about what this is going to bring, right? I think this is really going to help us move forward. And I think it's not as utopian as we thought it would be, like, again, these 2 years ago with that step change. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what comes next and how these tools evolve and can really help us out. What do you think?
So I think that from our conversation, what I get is that time to market for these new technologies is really, really fast.
Yeah.
Something happening almost every day, at least every month, and we have new release of new stuff all the time. So that's, as you said, very exciting. On the other side, I would say time to user is a longer stretch. And I think there is an effort that needs to be made to really get, massive adoption. I would say, ChatGPT has been massively adopted, but to get it to the user so that it's effective, it's productive, it's not just for fun, I think there is still a gap there. So, I would encourage the, the engineers and the innovators to think more about that uh, accessibility and user friendliness in terms of business outcome and not just the fun part of it.
Well said.
So thank you, Dominic, for today, and please join us next time. We will be talking about the biggest hurdles in the pursuit of digital transformation. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.